day has come. Are you all prepared?
Let us go.
Now, let's settle the score. We can't afford to lose. Let's go.
It's showtime. Let's do it.
Let's go.
I can feel it. Somewhere. Focus. 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 Somewhere. I have something.
Whoa.
I have something. I have something.
What kind of game will it be? No matter what you bring out, we will...
You're making a grave mistake if you think you have me cornered. I only guided you here because this place allows me to fight.
Sis.
When my father died in the line of duty, I hated his killer from the bottom of... Dying to uphold justice sounds virtuous. With the ones left... Can you imagine the hardships I had?
Perhaps I had overestimated her. I thought her reasoning would have been...
She's lost This is wrong.
Justice cannot yield to evil. I must win.
This is nothing more than self...
All we need to do to determine who is right.
No.
Violence is simply uncalled for on this stage.
What is she intending?
No more coins or playing games. We ain't following your damn rules.
Oh, you will. There is no room for negotiation. You will know soon enough.
What was that?
Now, come at me!
You'll save her, right?
All right, everyone. Be on alert.
Let's do this fair and square!
All right.
It's time. Cerberus!
All right.
Ah! Bam!
Persona! How's this?
Persona! Yeah!
Let's do this fair and square!
What the?
Now let us play a game of roulette. The stakes will be... Of course, acts of violence are forbidden here.
What? We already told you. There's no way we're gonna follow your...
That's fine by me. Such troublesome people will just face the penalty.
There's a penalty for not spinning the roulette. What should we
Who's
do?
next?
Persona!
Some other way.
I'll use my persona!
Persona!
You will predict which pocket the ball will fall in. Now, the time has come for our first round.
I'm almost positive she's going to try and cheat. But even if we bring that, we should go along with...
I agree.
Well, how will you bet? Have you made your decision?
We lost. Let's keep watching her then.
Let's do this fair and square.
The stuff displayed on the monitor changed. That must mean the betting changes every time.
Persona! Ravage them!
Ah, in that case, it's time. Breaking rules will be punished.
Joker, are you alright? What? This?
Those who cannot follow rules are not to be tolerated.
Joker, your head is low!
Persona!
Watch out! Persona! Okay,
I'm grateful.
Woo!
Very well. Well, how will you bet? Have you made your
Really? I see. You're right.
How humiliating.
Let's catch her in the act so she can't talk her way out of it. Have someone snipe the pocket when that glass... You're in charge of...
Let us expose her treachery. Leave it to me. This is how it's done.
Let's do this fair and square.
Persona! Fiasco!
Hold on.
I'll use my persona!
Thanks!
The sniper is in their designated spot. All that's left is to wait for the next move.
Very well. Time. Well, how... Hopefully your prediction will be correct.
Joker! What was that about fair and square? You were totally cheap. You coward! What are you so quiet for?
Shut up! Shut up! Cheating! Unfair! Silence! This is my world! If you want a fair fight, then to hell with the game! I'll crush you by force. Fair and square.
It's my sisters. We're finally back to a normal fight. Good luck, Joker.
Die on my blade!
Oh, right! She's way more powerful than before. Don't underestimate her.
Cerberus! All right. Whip 'em, Persona! Eat this!
Persona! Okay.
Persona! Ka-
Die, die, die!
Come! There! Persona! Get wrecked!
Persona!
Very helpful. Sorry. Persona!
Your opponent is strong. Don't do anything reckless.
Persona!
Don't dodge, damn it!
Persona! Horse! There.
I'll use my persona. Okay.
I'm grateful. Thanks! Manifest!
The opponent is strong. Don't do anything
Persona!
reckless.
Get up! Persona!
Let's go.
Very helpful.
Woo! Persona! Yeah! Persona! Cerberus! There. Persona! Ha!
Persona! Are you okay? Keep an eye on your health.
I'm grateful. Sorry.
Persona!
Die, die, die!
Trouble!
Persona! Horus! All right. Welcome, Persona! Get wet!
I'll use my persona! Okay.
Very helpful.
Woo! Persona! Ah!
As long as you win, it doesn't matter what. Don't you all think the same? You're controlling the hearts of us.
It's not for us. We only do it to help others who are...
I will win.
We're being a sore loser.
I never lose, even in games of pure luck. Let me prove it.
So she's not going to cheat anymore? This may be a good opportunity for us, Joker. If we win at roulette. Super move! Ultra charge!
Persona! Beautiful!
Behave yourself.
Persona! Let's go.
My thanks. Sorry.
Persona! This way.
The opponent is strong. Don't do anything reckless.
Baron! Go down!
Persona!
other way.
I knew their
Go.
affinity. Just look for their weakness.
North!
Persona! Let's go.
I'm grateful. Woo! Taste my wrath!
I wish justice can only be on the... Take this!
This isn't it. Put on! Not this. Using it. Persona! Get wrecked!
Use my persona!
Persona!
Die, die, die!
Silver, just at the last second.
It's time. North! All right. Welcome, Persona!
Persona! Let's go.
Very helpful. Sorry. Persona! Get out!
I will win!
Persona! Put on! Hold on. Persona!
Persona! Okay. Support's on the way!
Let's go. Something else. Soda. North. There. Persona!
Persona! Feel my rage!
Manifest.
Die on my blade!
All right, please!
Persona! catch them!
Persona! Let's go.
My thanks.
Persona!
Winning is all that matters. Hurry and die.
Danger!
It's time.
Coward.
Come on.
Persona!
Very helpful. Sorry.
Taste my wrath.
Die on my blade.
Go in trouble!
got?
Go! Are you
Soda.
okay? Keep an eye on your health.
This power.
Different kind of battery. No, yeah, I can't remember. Let's go.
You want enough for your day?
So I've lost.
Sis!
That's only a shadow.
Quiet!
Sorry. We'll go grab the treasure.
Makoto?
I don't think it's wrong to bring light to evils which can't be judged by law. That's all the Phantom Thieves have been trying. But these aggressive investigations? Please. You have to think back to the feelings you had when you first think about your justice.
My just...
Try to remember how you used to be.
How?
Nijima-san, what caused them to change?
Even though their own desires were the cause, succumbing to such distorted thought, is there another reason?
We found it.
The investigation will now be able to proceed. This deal we made was a great... All right. To think that I, a detective... By no means. That was part of our promise.
All right, we don't need to stay here. Are you all right? I am. Huh? Enemy readings. They're gathering up.
For real? The hell's going on? Look at those.
This doesn't look... We defeated the palace ruler and even stole the treasure. It doesn't make any sense. There are more coming? This will be dangerous if we don't do something. Huh? We need to go now. Those guys in black suits are almost here. A team this large would be discovered immediately. Although... No, that's too deep. Joker? Are you planning on distracting them?
Let him do it, Queen. He's quiet. Once his mind's made up, he's not gonna take no. I'm sure you ain't gonna die. It's you we're talking about here.
Please don't do anything right. I'll never forgive you if you don't make it back. We still haven't fulfilled our... Even more are coming!
This truly is... It seems we had...
We'll see you later.
There's someone here. He's here. Moving immediately.
Good. Now get run.
This is our only
Stay calm. You can... We'll retrieve the briefcase on our end. Don't worry about us. But I have to say, showing yourself above that crowd earlier was an excellent move. Nice work as always, Joker.
focus. There he is!
Just run! Okay, the enemy's focus is on him. Looks like the rest of us can slip away.
Stop right there!
Take him down, Joker!
You're mine.
Everyone else, head to position. Use room B.
Persona!
Your fate. Recall everything. Remember, if you are fated to continue past this...
Okay, pull out before their backup gets here. Good. More of them? Joker, behind you! Go through that door! All right!
Come on, man.
I'm okay!
Focus. Somewhere.
Huh? What? All right!
He's not alone. Find them and kill them all.
Something wrong? The exit should be up ahead.
You're there.
That's just how it is. After that commotion, the bottom floor is completely closed off. Hey, can you make it?
Or...
Guess the drug was too strong. Wake him up. No dozing off. You still don't get it, do you? Give it up! Come on, cooperate. What? You want another shot? Huh? What about the camera? Are you thinking it can be used as video evidence? So you're not that dumb. Which is good. We get to take as much time as we need. Obstruction of justice, blackmail, defamation, possession of weapons. Manslaughter too, yeah? Talk about the works. To think that all those crimes were led by a punk like this. And you seem to be enjoying every second of it. Huh? You should know your place. Sign here. It's a confession under your name. Don't expect to walk out of here in one piece. We are going to make you understand. One must take full responsibility for their actions.
Excuse me.
I'm Nijima from the public.
The prosecutor's office?
Just let me through. It's urgent. There's something.
Nijima-san, I believe this case is no besides.
You prosecutor sign these. There's a call. Hurry and get it over with. To be frank,
I thought I ordered you to stand.
I'm responsible for this case, yet I'm not even being allowed an interrogation.
I'm calling because I knew you.
I will not be convinced unless I confirm it for myself. This is.
I won't be expect.
prosecutor, I forgot to mention something. Your time will be cut short. We can't permit you to talk. It's for your own. His methods are unknown. After all, we don't even know if it's safe to simply meet.
I understand.
Well done on making it this far. Now that you have traversed your long, perilous recollection, the effects of that drug are gonna wear off soon. This is your golden opportunity. You must grasp the truth. The evil influence who wishes you dead is fast approaching. If you want to win this if you wish to take back your stolen future, recall the bonds you formed with your and grasp the truth that will save you from the brink.
I see. So that's what led to your ending up. What a disappointing end to the hero of justice. I still can't believe it. But I now have. There's much more I'd like to ask, but my allotted time. I do have a suggestion. Care to strike a deal? If you cooperate with me, I'll consider lightening your sentence. I have a responsibility to solve this case. I will win, even if it means brokering a deal. Your operation was leaked and you failed to change my heart. There's no point in being obstinate. You've corrupted the order of this country and caused an uprising against its very existence. You'll most likely be given life imprisonment or the death penalty. Unless you... Going forward, I will read a list of people who are closest to you. Tell me honestly whether or not the following are in... First, the friend who you've been with since the day you transferred. One of the victims of the Kamoshida case. Ichiryusai Madarame's pupil. The daughter of Wakaba Ishiki. The heiress to the Okumura Foods legacy and the frequently probing student council president of Shujin Academy, Makoto Nijima. Those are your accomplices. So you won't sell out your friends. I find it hard to believe that high schoolers could have pulled off these crimes. Were there not others outside of your direct... Not to repeat myself, but remember that your life will be forfeit if you're sent. You had the cooperation of people outside, can you tell me? So you won't speak a word about either your teammates? Do you even understand? Let's discuss one other person. There are reports that he was acting alongside the Phantom Thief. Might he be a part? So Goro Akechi, what? So be it. You clearly have no intention. Even now, you're still acting as though your teammates have sacrificed you in order to escape, yet you wish... Why won't you talk? Don't be ridiculous. You... Justice? Then tell me, what is... Sticking to the right? That's no different from a... You continue to stand firm. Are you implying that we have no... You're right. We have nothing. And it doesn't help that your story sounds like a fairy tale. But many people have fallen victim to this. We need... The truth, huh? I don't even know what's right anymore. After all this, you're... Are you listening? The side effects of the truth serum should be wearing off. I won't be deceived by such a poor act.
Realized it too then. It was our conversation about... There's no way he could have reacted like that if he hadn't heard me.
Hey, can you hear me? It seems your mind is clear. But unfortunately, although I find your story to be quite interesting, I won't be able to speak. Huh? What are you getting at? That's right. No matter the results of this case, I won't. I even had to call in a large favor just to conduct this interrogation.
So, how did that thing we asked you to look into go? Nijima mentioned a special interrogation unit, didn't she? Good. It looks like we can make this work if we lure them there.
Hey, are you listening? Our time's up. We're done talking. Goodbye. Why? Because this is my job. Don't ask me. Anyhow, there's something that's been bothering me. Recently, I was removed from my post as head of this investigation, and a short while later, I received word you were caught in the act. Within some bizarre but that was all I was told. You were told someone sold you out. If that's true, who could...
The suspicions were true. Still, to think his true intention was to sell us out. All that's left is to figure out a way to hand it over. It's all up to you. Okay, giving him the phone without arousing suspicion will be easier said. We'll be counting on you to pull this one.
What's wrong? Might you have an idea as to... Yes, very well. Go on. If you know something, you must tell me. I won't allow things to end like this. You mean... I've been told the lock on it is quite complicated, but it's only a matter of... What's so important? Are you going to unlock it and show...
Let's let her sleep. She hasn't slept for days while she's been getting that app ready. Now we gotta figure out a way to show him the phone. Makoto and the others should have told you. I'm talking about the true culprit here.
Hey! What are you trying... And what about this smart... The traitor?
We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that? Public security questioning will occur on the first day. And with that realm, and thus, the dangerous criminal responsible for the mass mental shut...
Please. I need you to be clear with me. Who am I supposed... What did... My God. You're referring to him. That's it? What are you plotting? I can't even begin to... But it appears my time is up. This will be my last and... Very well. I've listened to your whole... And that honest look in your eyes. I used to view the world the same... I'll place my bet on. I just need to show him the phone.
Thy bond shall become the wings of Rebecca. Thou hast awakened to the ultimate secret of judgment.
All right. All right.
I'll be go. What good will this do? A catchy-kun?
Why do you seem so...
I needed my director to step in to get access, and I was directly responsible for this case. How did you get approval?
For the same reason you did. I am heading up the investigation team after. It's only natural I'd have the right to interrogate our culprit as well.
They assigned you command?
That was a joke, of course. I'm merely here to assist with the pub. I am surprised it's this far underground, though. There aren't any others incarcerated here. Nobody would ever know if things got a little...
If I remember correctly, didn't you say there was another culprit beside?
That was but a lie I spread to set the... Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot that I had deceived you too. After all, if you wish to trick your enemies, you must first trick your ally.
So it was you. You're the one who sold out the fan. I need you to be clear with... My God. You're referring to him.
Is there a problem?
Akechi-kun, does this phone look familiar?
Hmm? What is this phone?
It belonged to the leader of the Phantom Thieves. I believe you'll need it for your...
Not personally. I was acting alongside the Phantom Thief.
True. This is undoubtedly a great... Good luck in there.
Foolish woman. May I ask that you accompany me? Going in unarmed to interrogate a murderer.
Huh? What are you...
I owe you for all of this. That's right. You and your little friends were vital to our plan. Your popularity truly was... That just made using you all the... All right. Have you finally pieced it all together? Case closed. This is how your justice ends. Hmm? Shido-san.
I've told you not to call me by name. Regardless, all that's left is to deal.
The continued deaths of these teenagers would be a bit I considered making it appear they had a falling out. But it would be best to have each of them meet with an unfortunate accident.
Is there any possibility they'll want to avenge their leader?
No chance. They're nothing but cattle anyway. I will keep my eye on them just in case.
I'll be counting on you.
They will live their lives cowering in fear of death. An apt punishment for
Make sure to kill that strange cat once you find it as well.
Understood. Though I doubt there's anything to worry about. It's me.
More importantly, they should be dealing with the suicide right about now. Things will become quite busy once the word gets out. I'll need to prepare my comments on the matter.
I must be prepared to deal with it on my end as well. Beyond that, what of the director of the Special Investigations Unit?
Perhaps he'll be struck by a mysterious illness sometime soon.
No, he can't even. Shh.
What was all that about? Showing the Phantom Thief Alibaba? Who?
I am Alibaba, a member of the Phantom Thieves. I inquire as to...
How do they know I...
Goro Akechi, he didn't come to interrogate the cat. He came to kill...
We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about... Yes, the guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence.
Don't trust the guard either. He's an... Now then, I'll tell you detailed steps. You must save him.
You want me? What is it?
Anyway, what brings you here?
Did anyone else stop? Nobody?
There'd be no reason for...
Yes, the guard will be one of ours.
So it's all...
Of course it's true.
It's a Ketchi-kun. He had to take a sudden call, so he won't be able to make it down today.
Huh?
I've been asked to
You?
You know, if you stay here, they'll likely get rid of you to eliminate any evidence. I suggest you go into hiding at once if you value your life.
Yes, ma'am.
And don't say a word of what transpired here. Trust nobody. Forget...
And now we return to our continued report. This morning, the police have announced that they've detained a suspect who may in fact be the leader of the Phantom Thieves group. The suspect is reported to be a young
John,
man who's...
can I get you to look over here?
Oh, I'm sorry.
So you got caught. That group sure was something.
Yeah.
So the next shoot got me thinking. How about we have you do an idol thing, you know? That cool?
What a surprise. To think that the one behind all this is just minor.
Considering how quickly they announced his arrest, the police must surely be confident in the outcome of this case.
Well, I'll be. Goodness, look at you now. It's been a while, Ryuji.
Huh?
You stopped visiting so abruptly, everyone was worried about you. It's your second year, right? Are you still doing track and field? I'd love to see you run again.
Also, the young man continues to remain silent, refusing to implicate any potential accomplices. However, considering the number of charges brought against him...
I wonder if something happened.
Yeah.
You seemed stumped for once. Not feeling it today?
Yes.
Oh, I'm not chiding you. Just do as normal at your own pace. With your skills, there's no need to worry about your future.
Normal. Right.
He's just a high school student. How do you think he was contacting the others?
The police here can search any online communications. His accomplices may slip up eventually.
Still, it seems the Phantom Thieves' most recent targets have gone comatose. Actual harm has been done here.
Given the lack of physical violence, their method is still a mystery. Regardless, the police are looking into attempted murder charges.
You never turned it in? That's quite the surprise. I thought I lost it this whole time.
I'm sorry.
Well, your grades are excellent. And you're student council president. I'm sure you'll be admitted anywhere you apply. That one Phantom Thief should have followed your example. You hear? It seems he was caught. Some high schooler. I wonder why he turned to a life of crime. We also received information that the young man was placed on probation for assault.
Because of his previous record, he had to leave his hometown. Perhaps his motive lies there.
I believe your father can rest in peace now. That Phantom Thief could never have changed anything. Only a handful of people are qualified to alter the world. So you've been coming home late. That's what I've heard. I make a good playmate, you know.
We have breaking news. The young man being held in custody has committed suicide. The police have confirmed his death, although details have not been released. To repeat, the suspect has committed suicide while in
Custody. This station will continue to report any further updates as they arrive.
It may be difficult to uncover his methods now. Perhaps that's why he decided to take this course of action.
It can't be.
We got him.
It would seem as though you have been killed. But why were you killed? Why did you have... Do you remember? It seems you forgot an important fact while you're Indeed, your death was a necessity for you. How might you be capable of Well then, let us rouse the memory.
Hey, you realized it too. It was our conversation about pancakes. There's no way he could have reacted like that if he hadn't heard me. My thoughts exactly. It was your social studies trip. We met him in the hallway. There's no way that this is the first time this whole deal feels... Yeah. It's impossible not... Okay. Let's get everyone on the same... There's... person has been on our mind. If it's possible, I want to eavesdrop on... Right. I'd have to plant a bug directly on the phone. So it's impossible. I didn't say it was impossible. That's... This is gonna...
I see. So we're going to use this place.
It'll be a gamble. I think it's gonna work. You can't tell a thing.
It seems you finally... This game, there are still
ever since the death of their teenage leader, the Phantom Thief. However, the police intend on continuing this investigation.
I'm sorry I'm late. I had to finish a few...
Waiting upstairs. I'm gonna fetch him.
You're...
Makoto told me Futaba-chan, I'm sorry that I caused you so...
it's ancient history.
Man.
Look.
Hey, you bit.
Have you... You must be fine.
It truly is a relief to...
I bet that moron Akechi don't even...
Still, how'd you... Isn't this guy considered...
You weren't told anything? I heard my sister brought him here, though.
Yeah, she came over in a taxi, dumped him off, and told me to keep him safe. It was right after they announced he had died, too. Almost...
I didn't have time to...
Hey, shouldn't we tell boss what...
We wanted to make our enemy believe the leader of the What we did was make that enemy kill his fake in the metaverse.
Oh, enemy? Fake?
The true culprit behind all these incidents set us up.
True culprit? I see. So you guys were going up...
It was Goro Akechi. You knew beforehand that he was the traitor.
Akechi himself gave us the chance. He made one.
Couldn't you have just said from the beginning that Akechi...
That wasn't something we couldn't have you suspect. Besides, neither you nor the other investigators would have believed.
True. Akechi was credited with the arrest of the Phantom Thieves. Not even In other words, you left him alone on purpose.
God, I can't keep up with any... so what was this mistake?
He slipped up in regards to Morgana. Yes, Morgana can talk.
Oh, our apologies. You surprised?
Does that mean he said something?
But you don't understand him, do you? That's how it was for all of us at first, too.
When you're in the metaverse, Mona talks like a normal person. Once you hear that and your brain realizes he can actually talk, you start to understand him in It's a change in cognition.
Thanks to Akechi's lame acting, we figured out...
When we talked to Akechi at the school festival, he was acting like he just realized, but we already saw him drop a mega hint of...
Oh, I know a place.
Oh, am I mistaken? I thought I heard...
Mona was the only one who was talking about a pan. That meant Akechi had already been in the...
And since he was lying to us about that, we assumed he had a hidden motive.
It seemed odd upon further thought. His reaction to my pancake comment was an honest one after all. That said, we weren't so naive to overlook something like that. That's why we asked Futaba-chan to wire... I pretended to be interested in checking the phone out, but I was actually... My heart was pounding while I was doing...
Even that ace detective could never have imagined a program being installed. Futaba's quirky nature proved to be a great...
That was just an... After a few days of listening, this confirmed...
Then I'll guide the police into her palace and have them catch... That would be the only way to arrest them, given their methods. I'll deal with them after. Let me see. We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during it. Public security questioning will occur on the first day. And with that room, my tap...
Is this for...
Yes, the guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the...
So they plan to get rid of that guard from the...
Well then, I will make the arrangements that... And thus, the dangerous criminal responsible for the mass mental shutdowns, when he does, You will become a great hero who saved Japan from evil.
I knew he was acting strangely, but to think...
He's no ace detective. Akechi is the perpetrator.
On top of that, there's someone else commanding against someone with great authority. So great that they can order an assassin. That's why we had to make a move before they... We baited Akechi into Sis's palace, making him dispose of our leader's fake, but think he killed him. Can you elaborate on that in more detail?
We're sorry for using you without your permission. Your palace had all...
What condition? First, we required a place inside the cognitive world that was the same as in reality.
That place is based on the real world after all. Anywhere that's not warped looks just like normal.
That's why nobody but the person who uses the nav even realizes they're in the metaverse.
Back with Kamoshida, we came in from the station without even noticing. You totally can't tell the difference if there ain't any distortions.
We had already investigated Nijima-san's palace when Makoto brought the suggestion to us.
I was seriously impressed by that. So to be honest, I didn't quite understand it, but I went along with it. Yeah, it's good we have her heading up our operations.
Makoto is normally so calm as well, but once her mind is set, she gets oddly impulsive.
I did have a bit of a rivalry forming with Akechi, but I just couldn't contain myself anymore once you became a target. The reason I joined the Phantom Thieves was to heal your heart.
My own achievements were all that mattered to me. I was desperate. I'm sorry I couldn't see that.
That goes for the both of us. We heard from Mako-chan that you were going to do the interrogation, Nijima-san.
And regarding its location, I take it you used the data from my lab.
I'm sorry. There were two things we were able to confirm while we were checking the metaverse. First, our clothes didn't change when we were down in the interrogation. Second, the scenery and details outside of the palace proper were the same as in the real.
Once we heard that from Makoto, we secretly went to check it out without Akechi knowing.
There was also one more thing we absolutely needed. A perfect cognitive replica of him in the metaverse.
Since he had yet to be caught, though, there obviously wouldn't be anyone in that room.
Once we saw the casino guests and police officers, we were convinced this would work. They looked no different from actual living.
After that, we just had to work our way into the palace like usual, while keeping Akechi in the dark.
Everything went as planned up until we defeated. However, it was then that we were met with a terrifying as a result. Even though we managed to grab the treasure, we couldn't get it out of... Except that was all an act. We had prepared an empty briefcase beforehand, and merely this was because we knew the police would be coming for it.
We made sure before the operation that the police would be waiting to ambush us. And just as expected,
him getting captured by the police went exactly how we...
And I had been interrogating him with no knowledge of this. But how did you lure Akechi into this cognitive world?
All I needed were the coordinates.
Akechi disposed of the fake in the palace and left thinking he had been victorious. It must have been truly hilarious for our leader who sat idly in the real world's interrogation. Surely he was acting quite cocky by himself in that quiet chamber.
So that's why you gave me your phone. I only took it because of what you told me.
Ah, it's a shame I didn't have the opportunity to see that for myself.
All I could do was try to handle all the messages that started coming to me on his phone. So in other words, I've been to the metaverse, albeit for a brief moment.
In our experience, there is little danger when someone enters their own palace for so short a time.
That's the other reason we had him give it to you. We needed you to listen to Alibaba, deceive the guard, and ultimately aid in his escape. By having you head back to the interrogation room, we could return you to the real world. I mean, I had to think of some way to keep you from running into Akechi
Huh. I hadn't the slightest idea that such a grand operation was taking place.
I'm so glad he was able to persuade you during... Even though we knew Akechi's plan, we were pretty worried about that.
Without Sis on our side, Futaba's plan and subsequent breakout would have never been popped. That persuasion was easily our greatest gamble. We couldn't consult Sis beforehand. It was absolutely the...
Still, I'm surprised you could convince me in such a short time. Wait. I see. Either way, I can't believe you...
If we could just tell you the true culprit's plan. Realize that our leader was telling the truth.
As a result, we...
Then the reason you kept this a secret from me was so you could catch...
Yes. Plus, you had lost...
This is stunning.
I've kind of figured out that you guys made Akechi, but what did you do about the...
The police never even checked it.
Huh?
They had a coroner working to ensure his death was reported as a suicide. That coroner didn't take one look at the scene and just passed along a falsified...
The bad guys have that much influence?
Murder in a police station would be reckless otherwise. We also knew of a possible conspirator.
Thanks to Futaba-chan's messages and the guard's demeanor, I eventually came to And since the higher-ups at the police knew nothing of this, they were thrown into disarray. As a result, his suicide during imprisonment was reported on the news, just as Akechi planned.
And with that confusion, he was able to escape with Nijima-san's help.
I made sure nobody would check the morgue for his body, and thanks to that, nobody knows he survived.
Thinking back to the interrogation, though, I can't believe what they did to him. The callous use of violence, and even drugs, is utter. If he had lost consciousness and hadn't been able to tell Sis about the phone, I'm truly glad.
I almost became one of your assailants as well.
It still freaked me out when I saw the suicide on the news, though.
We made sure to live normal lives while he was being interrogated, to avoid drawing any suspicion. Even with that, I couldn't help but worry.
Well, I knew right away that her plan...
I wanted to believe, but considering what we were up against...
Ryuji's a bit on the dense and carefree side.
Can it care?
I had to be patient and avoid this place until things settled down.
We knew he was alive, but it was difficult to not worry until we could
Now that I think about it, my interrogation was just a formality for the head command. What a joke, letting me interrogate someone who was meant to die. Very well. From here forward, You saved me.
That...
I'll do whatever I can to help. Let's take a break for now, though. Oh, and feel free to use the first floor when you guys want to get together and talk. You'll need a hideout where you can be safe. Just...
Are you sure?
This guy can't leave. Plus, you won't make much progress if people can hear you from downstairs. It's not like this place is the liveliest joint in town.
Let us accept his offer.
That sounds fun.
It's me, Akechi.
Enter.
That's the death certificate of the principal offender, correct?
No. More importantly, you've done well with...
The cause of death for the SIU director has been settled.
I had him work quite substantially. His loss should be more.
It was thanks to his efforts that I could enter the
The SIU is in disarray with his death.
At any rate, I'm now praised as a hero, and
All possible hindrances are now gone.
And on to our next story. The SNAP discussion is swirling around potential nominee. Candidates will announce on the 23rd of this month, while voting will be held on the 18th of next.
Elections, huh? Don't matter to us.
Why don't we resume our conversation?
Well, the Phantom Thieves are back together. We can finally take it.
If you figured out who's being...
Akechi accidentally let that slip. He said, Shido-san.
Shido? Feels like I heard.
He is unmistakably a man of power if he has...
Shido? Could it be Masayoshi Shido?
I believe he's a politician. Remember
For real?
It's certainly possible that Shido...
Huh?
Do you have some kind of evidence?
Nothing material. However, there are various conditions which align with that possibility. First, he would profit from damage done to the current administration by the psychotic break. He's maintained a negative stance toward the Phantom Thieves and has gained tremendous On top of that, he'll most likely become the next Prime Minister if he wins this...
No!
Did he set us up with that...
If he is behind all this, that would be in stark opposition to his honest public image.
So his current position and popularity is just him. We'll make him have a change of heart. No...
Shit.
What is the matter?
I had a feeling he was wrapped just based on the connections I had. I think the one who crushed Wakaba's research and confiscated her material from the moment Wakaba died. But there wasn't anything I could do. So I took...
Why didn't you say that?
You guys would have definitely gone after him if I had. He would have just killed all of you, no doubt. That's what he usually does to people who get in his way.
Originally, I was looking into the mental shutdown cases. It was then that I accidentally stumbled upon government research regarding the psychotic breakdowns. So I tracked down the whereabouts of that research data and met with the boss was one of those parties. I would never have imagined all of this was a mental shutdown, psychotic breakdowns, Shido, and even the
Way back when, Shido kept saying he was going to be Prime Minister one day.
What's going to happen to this country if Shido becomes Prime Minister?
The issue is this is nothing more than yet another selfish adult trying to impose...
We gotta expose that rotten bastard!
Yeah, we'll do it like... Then let's check...
Masayoshi Shido, the guy running for... Got a hit! Well, duh. Ain't a surprise he has one.
Where would the locate...
What kind of things go through...
I always think of dirty money and
What does he do? And where? We don't got a clue.
His palace must be somewhere that politicians...
We got a hit!
How arrogant must he be to see himself as the ruler?
Our next target's the big shot politician Masayoshi Shido. Hell yeah! Nobody against?
Of course!
He will be a work...
Let's win this... Time for a... Then it's unanimous!
All we gotta do now is figure out what he thinks that diet goat.
So that's the app that allowed me to...
An old fart like me can't wrap his head.
We'll have to deal with this before Election Day, December 18th. That means we need it done.
It's best we hurry before they discuss.
Should we start tomorrow then? We can meet.
That reminds me. What are you gonna do about school? You can't.
Miss Kawakami said he went back home for family reasons.
That's what I told the school.
Don't let him find out you're alive then, alright? This whole thing would be...
What do you mean?
This operation had another purpose outside of escape. Shido tried to place all the blame on the Phantom Thieves and deceive the public. He has ruined countless lives, and even made Goro Akechi a mere change of heart is too lenient a sentence for such an... We'll be making use of the police statement that the leader of the Phantom Thieves committed... Our leader, who is presumed dead, will come out of hiding to deliver a grant. He'll say he has escaped prison, not committed suicide, and was in fact almost killed by a criminal. Everyone's gonna...
You guys thought through all this?
We're intellectuals, you know.
That's why you needed such a daring trick as getting captured and appearing to... What frightening teenager. But the true battle. We won the first round, but we must...
Yeah, this ain't the time to be celebrating.
These people tried to trap and kill us. There is no end to their We will need to be prepared.
I finally made it this far.
Back then, you earned the media's attention as a young politician who could... Because of that, those who wanted to preemptively deal with problems tried to...
To think I would fall for the ruse schemed by those decrepit...
I recall that's when you came to me. You promoted yourself saying if it wasn't for the research on cognition that I dabbled in.
I made those troublesome opponents psychotic.
Who'd think that tampering with a person's heart could trigger? And when someone like that said he'd support me, I had...
It's because I sympathized with you. I believed that your ideals needed to be achieved for the sake of the country's...
Well, my faith in you was precisely why I pulled the plug on that I only need you using that power. It'd be trouble.
Wakaba Ishiki, was it? That researcher. She wouldn't have had to...
Any suspicions should be snubbed out. Even the smallest doubt. After all, we had an active public prosecutor's office.
Astounding, isn't it? To think the director himself... He was quite surprised when you confronted him about it. He did... Well, I got that out of his shadow, so technically...
This country's affairs have been... The political world is filled with old men who only act to preserve their own... The general public has forsaken such political affairs and don't even bother.
I must have...
There's no need to be ruined along with such incompetent fools. Those who get in the way must be eliminated at times. That's...
Still, it would stand out if there were continuous deaths and which is why I made them prosecute the targets that I turned psychotic and solve them as cases on... And thus, the charismatic ace...
Thanks to your efforts, my clean image remains untarnished. And once I gained the public sentiment, collaborators from all sectors began approaching me on... The police were no exception. With their management in my pocket, keeping them in check was easy.
When the Phantom Thieves emerged, I thought things might become somewhat...
And they were just brats once we looked into it.
When you told me that, I knew then that you were the better man.
Their popularity was a bit beyond my expectations. But flipping it made the negative press. After that, all I had to do was openly berate them. The current administration is dead with ongoing scandals. Never mind the fact that even the government parties have begun splitting up. And they're dissolved. The time has finally come. However, inauguration isn't my goal. I'll make this country rich for the sake of its selfish and ignorant masses who can...
In other words, you're creating a powerful country that can compete with the world.
The public resonates with my ideals and follows me. And for that,
Some sacrifice. That is my duty as the chosen one. Your assistance has been very influential in making my plan when I become Prime Minister.
With this most recent case, my name has become known across the country. Surely my story will be passed down as a hero who won again. I believe I'll lay low and devote my...
I suppose with your age, you wouldn't come up with debauched as...
I am thinking about the future.
Guess you won't be going to school. Don't worry about it. This'll be a breeze and we'll have all the time to come. To be perfectly honest, I don't really care what happens to Sheep, but when I consider the fact that he's your enemy, I'm going to stay with you until the very end.
Well, and how do I put this?
Well then.
Yeah.
Hey! Nice! Whoa. But...
I'm gonna head back then.